The next thing that has to be placed on the board is the Knights of the Realm, the Maidens, and the Hostiles. The Knight of the Realm will have a knight on the front, and on the back it will have one of the knights. The card will explain to you where to place the knights, but when they're placed, they're placed in such a way that you can't see who the knight is. On the back side, as the game evolves, you'll find out who's on the back side of these. So what you want to do is randomize them, so at the beginning of every game you won't know which one of the knights is where. At the beginning of the game, the knights are all considered to be on King Arthur's side. So if Bedivere is here and he's fighting an enemy, he can use that knight as an assist. As the game evolves, you can test loyalty, or cards will reveal the knight, and once the knight is revealed, we'll find out if he's loyal or if he's a usurper. Caledon the Pict starts in either space in the Pict lands. Cheldrich the Saxon starts in one of the three Saxon spaces. The usurper can pick whatever space he wants to start in. Maidens will begin the board on various features that are explained on the card. Maidens basically give you bonuses for your character. So the ladies will start in places like the Enchanted Forest or the Pennine Hills, and down in the corner of the board you'll see a reference that explains what bonuses each lady gets your knight if he takes her as a companion. Now we're done with the late card, and we'll focus on the information found on the back of the Grail Quest. It will explain how your troops are placed and the beginning of play and how more characters are added. When play actually starts, you'll be dealt 2 characters from the character deck. If you're a loyal player, you'll always get loyal characters. If you're a usurper, you'll always get characters from the usurper deck. Some of the characters are very powerful, some of them are not, but each of them have things that they're good at doing in the game. The card will have stats for each one of their many skills. It'll have information about what special abilities they have. The nameplate on the front indicates what deck they're in. At some point, if you roll the die of doom and it comes up with a shuffle, you'll turn in all of your cards. Everybody will turn in their cards, and you'll be dealt a new set of characters. Could be the same characters, could be different characters. If the characters are already on the board, you play them where they're at. If the characters are not on the board, then you place them and continue to play. When it's your turn, your character will get 1 action and 1 movement. If you're not sure what to do, or if you're not sure how to resolve your actions, you can look at the action reference card, and it gives you a list of all the many things that your character can do. The player's notes gives you information on what is treachery, what is treason, and what is villainy. The reason why it explains that is because at the beginning of the game it's assumed that all the characters are good people. It's not until they commit one of the crimes against the state or against Arthur that they're known to be evil, and as long as they're not evil, they can't be attacked. The quick reference card contains a lot of the information that I've already discussed. It contains basic information about different types of characters, how the movement is handled. It also has information on the effects of wounds and charms. If you wound a character, or if you or manage to convince a character to switch to your side. The back of the card has more notes that can come in handy. The bottom of the card has information about boons, banes, and helper chips. Some of this may be a little bit overwhelming the first time you play, but if you play wrong, it doesn't matter. You'll figure it out after you play it a time or two, and it'll only get more interesting as you understand more of the details. Every character card is going to have some notes at the bottom of the card that explains what special abilities the character has. A couple of the characters are so intricate that their notes won't fit on the bottom of the card, so they're on a special card where the Fey characters and the Queen Guinevere are. You don't need to read this or worry about this unless you get one of those characters in your hands. One of the many actions that a character can take is a character can go questing. Resolving quests is rolled by adding your Arthur dice plus your quest score. That tells you how many quest chips you can pick up. If you pick up a chip, you can either give a bonus to yourself or you can help the team. Good characters will help their team by putting chips in the lake to make it easier to get Excalibur. Evil characters will put chips in despair in order to make it more difficult for the good guys to get the Grail. If you remove all the chips from a space, then you get a quest card. Quest card will reveal a special action or character. Just read the card and follow the directions on the card. If Galahad solves the Grail portal, he can now leave the board. Once the Grail portal is discovered, characters can enter Desolation and begin solving the Grail quest. If Desolation is solved, they can enter Despair. If Despair is solved, characters can fight the Questing Beast. And if the Questing Beast is defeated, the character will take the Grail.